We begin right now at 9 with breaking news happening as we speak.
And there's an active shooter situation happening now in Broomfield, and we are taking a look from the ground right here. This is the scene at the Arista Flats Apartments on Central Court. You can see a lot of emergency crews out there. The SWAT team is out there. This is right behind the First Bank Center of US 36 and Wadsworth. This is a densely populated area, lots of restaurants in that area, and also apartment complexes.
That's right. We want to get right back out to Jeff Todd at the scene right now. Jeff, you've been there for quite some time. What are you seeing? What are you hearing from the people that live there?
Yeah, Brian, well, we just talked to a representative from North Metro Fire Department, and they said that they're actually going to try and push us back because this is still a very active scene. As you can take a look, there's still SWAT members responding on scene. We're seeing a gigantic law enforcement presence. We see Broomfield Police. I've seen officers from Westminster Police Department, Colorado State Patrol, as well as the Boulder County Sheriff's Office. A lot of the larger units from these law enforcement agencies on scene. One of the trucks that I saw had a bomb squad emblem on it, and we saw some SWAT trucks coming in a little bit earlier. So still a lot of law enforcement coming on scene, which shows us that it is still a very active situation. We talked to some residents who live in the area. They said that they first started hearing some gunshots a little bit before 7 o'clock this morning, and there were bursts of gunshots until about 7:30, but no one has heard any more gunfire since about 7:30. But as we can see from law enforcement, still a very active scene. It seems like this is in an apartment complex that is very close to a park, and I think the best cross streets I can give you that it's here a little bit southwest of the First Bank Center is Central Court and Uptown Avenue. We talked to a resident who lived in this complex. He said he came home from his girlfriend's house and was trying to leave for work, and when he pulled out, he almost pulled into an officer, and that's when he was told to shelter. He says a roommate is still in place, had heard some gunshots, so a lot of terrified people, some of them sheltering in place, but this is a very dense area, a lot of residents who are going to be pushed back because it is still a very active scene.
Yeah, pushed back, Jeff, for sure. We know that reverse emergency notification went out to the residents in that area for everyone to shelter in place, but we have seen cars go by as you're talking. As we look at some of that emergency personnel responding, and are you seeing a lot of people trying to evacuate?
We were told that some people were evacuated to the First Bank Center, which is kind of an interesting landmark because this is a building that the city and county of Broomfield is actually going to tear down. And so as I look at the First Bank Center, it seems like it's still completely boarded up, which is something that they did months ago. So the one resident that we were able to find that was evacuated was actually headed to work, and then he parked his car and can't get back to his car. And then he said that his roommate is still in the apartment. So the shelter in place went out. But we've talked to other people. As I mentioned, there's a lot of apartments in this area, and some people said that they did not get a notification and have been out looking at this very active scene. But as we get closer to that intersection I told you about, I think I said it was Central Court and Uptown Avenue, that's really an area where they're keeping a lot of people away from. But right now as we speak, we're seeing another ambulance with its lights on showing up, so still a big response from first responders.
All right, Jeff, thank you for that update. We appreciate it. Meanwhile, Joel Hillen also tracking this story. He's at the desk right now gathering info and helping dispatch crews for the past hour now.
Yeah, and we're just learning, Brian and Michelle, that crisis negotiators are on scene along with the SWAT teams as this does remain an active situation. We've also learned that they put nearby Jefferson Academy, which does have 2 campuses. They have put them on secure status. So they're not letting folks in or out, but they say that business does remain as usual there. And let me show you where this is at on the map to give you a better idea. This is right along US 36, and you heard Jeff Todd talking about the First Bank Center. So I'll zoom in along here. You can see the First Bank Center right where the folks are Arista Flats. This is right just to the south of the US 36 and Broomfield station, and then right here you have the Arista Flats apartments along with the First Bank Center. And then I'll pull out a little here so that you can see Jefferson Academy Secondary School. That is right in that area, and that has been placed on secure status right now as business goes on as usual, or classes as usual inside the classroom, but outside they are not letting folks in or out of that area as this does remain an active situation. And that really is the message from Broomfield Police right now for folks who live in that apartment, even if they did not get that reverse notification, that they please shelter in place as this does remain an active situation. Brian and Michelle.
Yeah, it certainly does look very active, and for people that are living there, very concerning for sure. Joel, we appreciate the update. We'll check back in with you in just a second. Your reporter, Justin Adams, also arriving on scene. Justin, where are you at, and what are you seeing right now?
Well, right now I'm at the Red Point Ridge apartment complex. I'm actually right by the park as well. I want you to take a look right behind me. You can see there's Broomfield Police. There's also North Metro Fire Rescue. There's two different ambulances that we have. There's also a fire truck that's off to my right. But I just saw a couple of moments ago Boulder County SWAT actually go into the apartment complex. We was actually told by one of the police officers where we are currently at that we may need to actually scoot back and move a little bit away from here as this remains an active situation. I did have an opportunity to speak to a couple of neighbors that are in the area. They're actually sitting off just a little bit away from where I am, and they said they received their reverse 911 notice about an hour ago, and they didn't hear any shots from then. And then earlier, I was with Jeff Todd when he spoke to a neighbor and heard from an individual who said that around 7 o'clock, that's when they first heard some shots, and then around 7:30, they heard more gunshots as well from there. Ever since then, we haven't heard anything ever since we've been on the scene. I have seen a couple of drones that have been flying over the apartment complex, but as we have all talked about earlier, very heavily populated scene with a lot of law enforcement right now. You got your ambulances here. This is the third ambulance that has arrived, so it's something that we will definitely keep an eye on, guys, as we return back over to you.
All right, and we've been told that there will be a briefing at 10 this morning, so hopefully we'll get some more information then. For now, Justin, we'll check back in with you in just a bit. Did you want to say something?
Yeah, Michelle, actually, that would be at 10 o'clock at the north parking lot of the First Bank Center, which is where some of the individuals who have evacuated have gone. They have told them to go to the First Bank Center, so we will learn more information at 10 o'clock.
All right, Justin, thank you. And of course, we're continuing our coverage of this active shooting situation happening